Welcome to the MBTI Showdown, where we put two types head-to-head to see how they match up. I'm your host, and today we're looking at which MBTI pairings are the most compatible and which ones are the most incompatible. We'll start with the most compatible pairing and work our way down to the least compatible, so make sure to watch till the end. The most compatible pairing is an ISTJ and ISFJ. These two types are both very practical, reliable, and dutiful. They have a strong sense of responsibility and they take their obligations very seriously. They're also both very loyal and committed, and they're willing to make a lot of sacrifices for the people that they care about. The main difference between these two types is in the way that they process information. ISTJs are more logical and objective, while ISFJs are more emotional and subjective. However, this difference can actually be a good thing because it means that they can balance each other out. The ISTJ can help the ISFJ to be more rational, and the ISFJ can help the ISTJ to be more empathetic. Next up is the ESTJ and ESFJ pairing. This is another great pairing because both types are very sociable and outgoing. They love being around people, and they're always up for a good time. They're also both very organized and efficient, and they like to have a plan for everything. The main difference between these two types is that the ESTJ is more logical and direct, while the ESFJ is more emotional and sensitive. Again, this can actually be a good thing because they can learn from each other's strengths. The ESTJ can teach the ESFJ how to be more assertive, and the ESFJ can teach the ESTJ how to be more compassionate. Now let's look at the INTP and ENTJ pairing. These two types are both very intellectual and strategic. They love to solve problems, and they're always looking for ways to improve things. They're also both very independent and self-sufficient, and they don't like to rely on other people. The main difference between these two types is that the INTP is more introverted and theoretical, while the ENTJ is more extroverted and practical. This can actually be a great pairing because they can help each other to apply their ideas to the real world. The INTP can teach the ENTJ how to be more open-minded, and the ENTJ can teach the INTP how to be more decisive. Now, for the bronze medal, we have the ESTP and ISFP. These two types are both very spontaneous and fun-loving. They like to live in the moment, and they're always up for an adventure. They're also both very creative and unconventional, and they don't like to follow the rules. The main difference between these two types is that the ESTP is more logical and direct, while the ISFP is more emotional and sensitive. Again, this can be a good pairing because they can help each other to see things from a different perspective. The ESTP can teach the ISFP how to be more assertive, and the ISFP can teach the ESTP how to be more empathetic. And now for the silver medal, we have the ENFP and INFP pairing. These two types are both very idealistic and enthusiastic. They love to help people, and they are always looking for ways to make the world a better place. They're also both very creative and open-minded, and they're not afraid to think outside the box. The main difference between these two types is that the ENFP is more extroverted and charismatic, while the INFP is more introverted and reserved. This can actually be a great pairing because they can help each other to focus their energy. The ENFP can teach the INFP how to be more assertive, and the INFP can teach the ENFP how to be more strategic. And finally, we have the gold medal and the most compatible pairing in MBTI, which is the ENTP and INTJ pairing. These two types are both very analytical and independent. They love to solve problems, and they're always looking for ways to improve things. They're also both very confident and self-assured, and they're not afraid to speak their minds. The main difference between these two types is that the ENTP is more extroverted and argumentative, while the INTJ is more introverted and calculating. This can actually be a great pairing because they can help each other to see things from a different perspective. The ENTP can teach the INTJ how to be more open-minded, and the INTJ can teach the ENTP how to be more logical. So which MBTI pairing is the most compatible? According to this list, it's a tie between the ENTP and INTJ pairing as well as the ENFP and INFP pairing. What do you think? Do you agree or disagree with this list? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.